wonderful teammates. So you guys are definitely where you should be. Tonight we're just going to talk. I'm not sure what Rutherford's going to say. I've not touched base with him, so it's untelling. He is super high energy if you've not met him or gotten a chance to connect with him. He's lots of fun, very passionate about what he does. Tonight we just wanted to touch on, getting you fast started, onboarded and fast started. Even if you've been here 6 months, I want you to think of tomorrow as your new business. I've been here since January. Crystal's been here since February, and we all came in and hit so fast that I was telling Crystal today that I kind of felt like we started running before we even started crawling. So we're having to go back and, do what we did in the beginning to learn what works. So I want you guys, I'm going to talk to you like you're brand new. So the first thing I want you guys to do, even if you've hit your MVP, I want you to go back. I want you to rewatch the Fast Start video that talks about GoPro and MVP. I want you to start tomorrow and start working on MVP. Even if you cannot grab that cash bonus again, working towards that MVP is going to grow your business. It's going to grow, which means your checks are going to grow, and it's going to be bigger than that $750 bonus anyway. So that was my number one key. Number two, if you're brand new or if you're not, when you bring someone aboard, this is something that we're learning. Like I said, we started crawling. We started running before we even learned to crawl. Okay, I'll get it in a minute. So we're learning new techniques and things that work every single day. So if you guys are brand new or if you aren't, as soon as you bring someone aboard, number one, they should be watching that Fast Start video. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Everyone should. The GoPro MVP. So, of course, that's your number one thing that you want to be working on, grabbing that bonus, because if you're grabbing that bonus, that means you are bringing people into your business, and that means that they are going to start working their own business. Number two, as soon as you bring someone on, get them into a state of urgency. Like, say, I want you to grab 5 people today. Don't even think about it. Grab 5 people today that you think could, benefit from this business, or of course everyone could benefit from ketones. Just kind of send them out a little script and say, hey, do you know anything about ketones or ketosis? Let them answer. Say, I've got this new thing I have going on. I'm going to be on a call with a few people who are very knowledgeable about it. I would love for you to jump on. Tell them that you only have 5 spots. I mean, we can put 20 people on a Zoom, but, tell them that we only have 5 spots. And tell them, say, if you're interested in this, let me know ASAP. I want to get you in here. I thought about you. I think that you would do great. Lots of people. You have an amazing attitude. So I'm looking to fill these 5 spots. Once we get those 5 people on a Zoom with me, Crystal, Michael Rutherford, whoever, do it again. Send out 10, 15 more messages and say, hey, I've got to fill these 5 spots. I thought about you. This is what I'm kind of doing. Let's get you on this Zoom. And just do that over. Oh, I see Rutherford popped on.
What's up?
Hey. But just keep doing that. Just keep onboarding people, get them excited, and get them going. But hey, Rutherford, what's going on?
What is cooking, you guys?
What's cooking?
All right, everybody. Crystal Van Horn and Carrie, you both smile for me just for 2 seconds. I'm going to take a screenshot picture. All right. Brian Underwood says hello. He said, what are you doing? I'm sending them a picture of us.
Nice.
All right, sorry, I'm on. What I miss? I know y'all been on for a little bit. Nice to see everybody. Hey, Pittman, what's up? Capels, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, Sue Garland, what's crack-a-lackin', girl?
Out of 100 team members, this is who I'm running with.
I like it.
I'm taking names.
I like it. That's what counts.
3 of them on here are brand spanking new. And one of them already has a mixer set up, Crystal Van Horn.
I like it. Hey, Crystal, where do you live?
Oh, hold on. I got to unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
Winona, Minnesota.
Oh, very cool. Hey, pencil in October 28th, okay?
Okay.
I'll write it down for you.
Yeah, I'm like, Brad, my husband asked me, do you need anything? Oh, I was telling him I wanted a notebook and a pen, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't late, and I left the phone in here, so I was like, oh, no, it's screw right now, you know. But I'd
That's
like to write
funny.
notes down, but I can keep with me drinking the ketones. I've been able to keep a lot of things in my head, and I haven't had to write it down. But it's still good to write it down.
There you go. October 28th. I think it'll be in Minneapolis. We'll put together.
Sweet.
Jessica
Put together an
Bratz.
That would
event
be
there.
awesome. Yes, Jets.
Jessica Bratz, and Jessica Bratz lives, what are you, like 2 hours from Winona?
2.5.
Yeah. So they'll both be there.
Depending on what area.
Cool. So Nick Martinez, Josh Rapkin are definitely going to be there doing that, and I may be going. I'm not sure. I keep talking about it, which is I'm sort of ironing out my agenda and schedule for the rest of the year. But anyways, before I forget, nice to see you. I'm happy to have you. Who else is new?
Karen is brand spanking new. She's not talking. I unmuted her a few times if she won't talk, but we did have like an hour-long phone conversation on Sunday. Olivia is brand new. She is came in with just $37, has 2 enrollments already, so
Nice.
I'm actually gonna try to help her customers get customers and try to go that route, help her out.
I like it. I think one of the things that's really cool is you guys know what you're doing. The team knows what they're doing. This isn't their first barbecue. They've been helping people launch their proven businesses for months and months and months and months. So I think the thing that for me is really fun to watch is when brand new people come into the community and they get excited and they start sharing, like authentically sharing. I had a lady, that's my living room. I'm sitting on my back patio, but I had a lady came to a mixer here Thursday night. We had 60, 70 people here. There was a lady, her name is Heather. She just got started on Tuesday. She had 12 or 13 guests at my house on Thursday. The place was completely packed, and we had to split the house. Guests stayed inside, promoters went outside. It was awesome. And one of the things that was cool is one of the guests was just sitting there quiet for like 15 minutes. And I said, does anybody have any questions? And she starts laughing or smiling, and she goes, hey, I guess I'm going to ask a silly question. Are you sitting here telling me that if I drink one of these drinks, it's going to put me in deep in ketosis like when I used to do the Atkins diet 10, 15 years ago? I said, yeah. And she goes, so what you're sitting here telling me is if I take this drink right now and then I wait 15, 20 minutes and I go into the ladies' room and I do one of those little pee sticks, one of those little urinalysis tests, you're telling me that thing's going to change color to like pink or purple or something. Is that what you're telling me? I said, yes. And she goes, and you're telling me that if I get people to watch the video and drink samples, all I got to do is introduce them to you guys and you'll do all the educating, question answering, and everything else. And you'll sign them up under me and I get paid when they do stuff?
Boom.
Yes. And she goes, okay, when can I get started? And I go, well, I would say once the meeting's over, but if you want to go visit with Heather outside, you all can get going right now. And she goes, this is the best thing I've ever heard. The only time I've ever lost weight was on the Atkins diet. She said, the only time I ever felt hormonally balanced and I felt well as a woman, whatever that means, from a hormonal perspective and stuff. She goes, the only time I ever felt well was when I had, when I was deep in ketosis. And I said, well, that's interesting. And she goes, but the problem is I've only ever been able to get into it a few times because the diet is so tough. She goes, I get drugged to this party tonight. I didn't even know why I was coming. And if I'd have known it was to learn how to drink ketones to get deep in ketosis from a drink, I'd have brought 20 of my friends. Well, fast forward 5 days. Today's Tuesday. The event was on Thursday. The girl who invited her has done $10,000 in business.
Wow.
She said, go pro, go MVP, and she has 4 MVPs since Thursday.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Why? She knows what this is. Most people don't know what this is. They think it's whatever. But she's like, look, you don't understand. Like, that diet has changed my life. She goes, but it's so hard. I can't do it very well. She goes, so once a year, she goes, I try to do the diet, sometimes better than others. And then the rest of the year, she puts the weight back on. And she goes, and if you're telling me there was a way that I could drink ketones almost on demand anytime I want, she goes, that would change my life. And then I said, well, congratulations. We're getting ready to change your financial life too, because I suspect you're going to know some people who are going to want to drink this product. So, I think a couple lessons are in there. You don't have to know everything because The Caplas and Pittman and myself, we already do. So if you can sort of, if you understand the idea of kind of the village raises a baby, you know, you don't have to be a single mom and do this. You have a village around you that'll do it. Run it like a relay race. Crystal Van Horn, you know everything you need to know right now to go build the crap out of this, because you know our phone numbers, or at least know how to get a hold of us. And if you can get the campfire video in front of people, you can get samples in their mouth, and then you can introduce them to somebody that knows more than you do. Just take big time ownership of the heck. I don't know. I'm new. I've been drinking it 3 days. What the heck do you expect me to know? Hold on. Let me get you on the phone, my friend. Let me get you on the phone with my friend who got me started. She'll be able to answer your questions. Don't be asking me nothing. You know I don't know. So, like, love the fact that you're new and double down on the fact that you don't quite know yet. And then just introduce people to teammates that can answer their questions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get really good at the creating curiosity and then connect, this thing will grow way out of your control without you even realizing it. I know I'm kind of talking fast, but does that make some sense, you guys?
Yeah. Oops, I just knocked out an earring. Danielle, I see you popped on. I'm sorry, I always say your name wrong. Pronounce your name for me. I know you got a mouthful of liquid there. How do you say your name?
Danelle.
Danelle. Sorry. Sue has actually educated that to me about 4 times when we were on our way to Vegas. Rutherford, tell Danelle how she could change her life right now. Okay, I'm putting you on the spot. She just lost her job, and she thinks that she can't work her business like she should because she has to look for a new job. Can we spit some knowledge to her real quick?
Looking
Sorry
for.
to put you on the spot. Love you.
Oh, there she is. I mean, I have a couple of thoughts. I think you can do keto and prove it while you go do everything else you're going to go do. You're not going to get a job in the next 30 minutes and then start the job tomorrow. At least not a good one. So it's going to take you a couple days, couple weeks, couple months before you get interviews, get hired, and then actually start. Now, you might find something. So I don't know. It's maybe uncool of me to say, but you can get 15 people drinking ketone samples tonight. And if you ain't got no money and didn't buy any samples, sell somebody else's samples. I got samples. Get me an address. So they can PayPal me money for my samples, or Ashley samples, or somebody's. You can get 5, 10, 15 people.
She's localish.
Oh, perfect. Are you
Yeah.
kidding? I would put a saddle on the Caplas and ride them like Seabiscuit and say, hey, I got another one. I got another one. I got another one. It's got it. Hold on. I got 2 more. They need samples. Hang on. I got 3 more. They need this. They need that. You know, and I wouldn't let up. I would whip them like dogs, and I would work them to the ground, like in a good way. Yeah. So I would have them running all over town like the ice cream man, delivering samples out the trunk of their car. So we got 2 more. Here's the address. This one wants orange. This one wants chocolate. We got to go. I got 2 more on a call. I got 3 getting on a Zoom. I got a yoga studio chick down the street. She's ready to go. I got a PTA member, mom friend of mine, knows everybody in town. She sleeps like crap, needs 15 pounds to lose. Let me get you on the phone with her. Hold on. And then I would just go. I mean, you got a cell phone full of people who don't feel well. Most people are tired and they don't have any money for retirement. So you got a stocked pond, so to speak. You got a lake full of fish dying to jump in your boat. We just have to introduce them to the keto conversation, get their eyeballs on the videos, and get samples in their mouths, and then say, hang on, I got a friend who's up the street. I'd love to introduce you to her to get your questions answered. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, you know, I do that for 3, 4, 5 days aggressively right now. If you believe what we're doing works, like if you genuinely knew what this could do for A, people's lives, and B, your bank account, you wouldn't sleep until Sunday. Now, do whatever you want, but I was financially destitute and broker than I've ever been, living in my wife's parents' spare room when I drank my first ketone sample, and I was 60 pounds overweight. So I was as fat and broke as I had ever been. So it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. If I was rich and skinny when I got a sample, I might not have cared. But because I was fat and broke, I took it really seriously. My back was against the wall. I didn't have any choice. So I worked 15, 16 hours a day for a week or 2 straight and introduced this to literally hundreds of people. So, you know, I didn't care what people thought. I didn't care what they said. I didn't even care if they answered. I really didn't. I said, hey, you need to put your eyeballs on this video and tell me what you think. And then tell me when you tell me where you are. I'm going to bring you a sample. You need to try it. You need to drink it. where you at, home or work? I'm on my way. And then I shook up samples for people. I got videos in front of their eyeballs, and then I introduced them to Brian. And then we just went one after the other, after the other, after the other. And the ones that were interested, we poured into and educated and got excited. The ones that weren't, I haven't thought of them since. So I don't know if that's helpful or not. Probably for everybody, at least concept-wise or mentality-wise. We're talking about pure ketones. We're talking about drinkable ketones, on-demand ketones. Your neighbors down the street are still selling Mary Kay like it's cool. That had been cool in 20 years. Nothing against Mary Kay, but like, hello, everyone in town already has makeup. I mean, you ain't changing a woman's life by helping her cover up her crow's feet. You're just not. You want to change a woman's life? Help her eat well and get rid of the carbohydrate and sugar cravings so she'll stop eating inflammation-causing foods and she'll feel well from the inside out. You want to change somebody's life? That's what you do. So, you know, I just don't know what people do for a living and how they make money to pay their bills, but that's what we do. So, you know, I make a short list of 5 or 10 people and say, hey, I got something, you need to check it out, seriously. And don't be wishy-washy, scared, or nervous. Have confidence and resolve that it'll help them if they drink it. And then, you know, the curious and open-minded ones will be curious and open-minded. The closed-minded, grouchy ones, they'll complain at you, but who cares? Disregard them.
So how
Does
do
that
you,
make sense?
I know you're big on like approaching people in public, which I think a lot of the team members on this Zoom struggle with. And I know that's like super easy for you and you're annoying at it. So kind of, can you just explain to everybody how you do that? Like, what do you do? Some examples.
Well, I mean, I think that if you're new, you ain't got no business talking to the mailman until your Aunt Susie's drinking ketones. Until the people that you actually hope live longer drink the stuff. What do you care about the random person standing in the Starbucks line? Now, if you happen to be there, yeah, but you know, I find a lot of people are scared and nervous to tell their family and their friends because they either done something like this before, LuLaRoe didn't work, or Plexus didn't work, or Scentsy candles didn't work, or whatever other MLMs you did previously didn't work. So you don't want to go back to the same well. Hey, I found it this time. It's the real one. I promise. This is the one. You know, people a lot of times are uneasy to do that. So they try to go the path of least resistance and go talk to random strangers, which, man, that's double hard. A, you got to build rapport with a stranger, and B, you still got to get them to drink a sample and sign up. Now, is it possible? Yes, it is. I met Destin Schaefer in birth class. I met Matty V on Facebook. You know, I meet all kinds of random people, all kinds of random places. But, you know, I think one of the really neat things is this is different. You don't have to sign them up on a big package. You can get them to drink 5 days worth for $30. But for the people that you are going to interface with in public, I'd have a shaker bottle at all times. I'd have ice in it, and I would be pouring max in it and shaking it up vigorously and drinking it. And you'll be blown away by how many people are curious about what you're drinking, especially if you're shaking it and it's loud and they're like, what the heck is that? And you're like, oh, this? Oh, it's pure ketones. What do you know about the ketogenic diet, ketones or ketosis? And they're like, you know, many people do. And I go, maybe you've heard of the Atkins diet. You remember that? It's kind of like that, but it's a drink instead of a diet. So, you know, let me send you a video. It'll show you what it is. So then I create curiosity and then I pull back. I create curiosity and then I pull back. You know, I get them on the telephone with somebody that knows more than I do. I get their eyeballs on the campfire video. I get a sample in their mouth. And, you know, we're moving forward and you're rolling them through that third-party validation system. So whether that's an Uber driver or a valet or a server at, you know, at Chili's, or, you know, the dude cashing you out at the Piggly Wiggly, I don't know. Wherever you are, everybody's pretty interested. You know, keto is a very hot conversation. Coconut oil is a very hot conversation. High fat, low carb is a hot conversation. So you have literally the most talked about conversation in health, wellness, fitness, and medicine. And none of them have ever drank ketones. So part of it is just a little bit of a swagger and a pep in your step to know that people are interested. You just got to talk. You got to open your mouth and care more about helping people than you care about what people think about you. So, you know, I find people are so concerned about what their neighbor thinks. They care more about what the neighbor thinks than they actually do about helping the neighbor feel better. Who cares what your neighbor thinks? He already has an opinion of you, whether you know it or not. He or she does. They just might not have told you, but they have an opinion of you. So who cares? Offer the ability to drink a ketone sample, and if they take it, great. If they don't, great. No worries. kind of divorce yourself from the outcome and obsess over the activity, and just get into the activity every day of introducing people to ketones and moving the ones through the process that are receptive to it. Does that make some sense, you guys?
Yep.
What time is it? You're gonna hate me. I got a boogie. Anything last things you any questions anybody have? I know there's a few other people. Pittman's on here. You guys can get some additional questions from them. I got to scram, but any one last thing?
Anybody? Nope. Okay.
Well, I'm fired up. I appreciate y'all inviting me on here. I wish we could do this more often, A and B, with more time. But you guys keep rapping. I'm excited. You're in good hands. I know they're excited because you all raised your hand and said, "Hey, I want to build this. I want to do this." What you hope this is, it is. Whether it's moved fast enough for you or not, or whether you're 10 minutes into the business, it'll work. You just have to put the conversation in front of people, and it'll work. So have a blast with it. Let me know what I can help you with, okay?
Thank you.
I'll see you guys shortly. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. That was awesome. What'd you guys think? Amazing. Thumbs up. Did you guys learn some stuff? Awesome. Does anybody have any last questions? Or Ashley, do you have anything you want to close out with? Anything that you can think of that?
Yeah, I do. Like I was saying, actually, if you're on here and you're brand new, kudos to you because you're serious about your business. If you're on here and you've been here for 9 months like I have, kudos to you because you're serious about your business. So let's just get serious. Guys, fill us up with some Zooms. Get your 5 people. I challenge every one of you on here. Sue, James, Crystal, Carrie, Kia, Jessica. That's all I see on the screen right now. Get those 5 people in those high urgency Zooms, because if you can get people who want to make $500 for Christmas, you don't know that $500 is going to turn into $100,000 profit for the next year for that person. So, I mean, kudos to you guys. If you're here, you've been here 9 months, you're still on this Zoom. Like, if I could kiss your face right now, I absolutely would, because you guys are committed. And like he said, what you hope this is, it is. Even if it's moving slow, it is. It is. And like I said earlier, we're all doing the same thing. We're all learning together. So.
And then I don't know, just to I wanted to touch on this before, but anybody who thinks that they can't do this business or their life is too crazy for it, if you don't know my story, I'll just kind of do a quick recap. So I was with another company for 4 years prior, failed miserably. I thought I was doing well. For 4 years, every single day, I'm like, I'm going to build this. This is going to be my stay-at-home job. This is going to bring me home to my kids. 4 years, $200 auto ships every month that I had to pay for out of my own pocket. So anything I made was going back in. Ashley joined this business. I think it took me about 2 months before I finally committed to a 10-day trial. I was wowed away by day 8. It wasn't until day 8. I didn't feel anything. Joined as a customer and quickly flipped to a promoter. It was someday in February. I don't remember. They started a double MVP bonus and she's like, just do it. And I said, I don't have the money for the promoter pack, which I knew I wanted because I started this business to help me financially to bring me home to my kids. So I knew that I needed to come in with a promoter pack, and all I had, I'm not lying, all I had was my rent money, and rent was due in it was between 2 and 4 days. I would have to go back and look. And I'm sobbing, and I push the button because my husband's telling me, he's like, just do it, just do it, just do it. You're going to push that button. You're going to spend all that money, and that is going to make you hustle. And by gosh, it was day 2. I had $1,400 back from that $800 that I spent on my experience kit. I bawled. I remember sending Ashley screenshots like, oh my God, look at my PayPal. I really did it. And my first month, I was still working full time as a daycare teacher. So it's not like I could have my phone out all day working on my phone, but I spent my hours between 12:30 and 2 when all the kids were sleeping, hustling on my phone, messaging everyone I knew, making posts on Facebook, reaching out to every single person that commented on my thread. I made it my mission to personally reach out to that person and have a conversation with them. And I remember Jessica telling me over and over, come on, you've told me before that this product is amazing. Come on, what's different? What's different? And she finally joined me, and look at her now. But I made it my mission that I was going to fight really hard to stay home with my kids this summer, because my kids stay home by themselves all summer long. Since we've moved from Wisconsin to Arizona, we don't have care for our kids in the summer. My oldest is 17, so it's not like I'm leaving them with a 7-year-old. But I felt like shit, pardon my language, but leaving your kids at home for the whole summer when they're supposed to be having fun, I'm like, I'm not going to let this happen again. So I fought. I spent every hour I could messaging on my way to work. I'm on the freeway. This is bad. I'm not telling you to do it. But I was using my voice recorder the whole way to work, trying to, reach out to whoever I could on my way home from work. And then I had to make dinner. I was also going to CrossFit 4 days a week at that time. And before CrossFit, after CrossFit, I was staying up till 11, 12 o'clock at night sometimes. And 2.5 months in the business, I did it. I'm a stay-at-home mom now. I'm not making thousands and thousands of dollars a month, but I am making more than I did at my full-time job. So I just want you guys to know that it is possible. We are here, and it was simply based on me creating the conversation and throwing them in messages with Ashley. And that's exactly what I want you guys to do, is create that conversation and literally just throw them in a message with myself or whoever your upline is, if they're comfortable doing it. But that's it. That's what works, and that's what built my business. And 6 months later, I'm still home with my kids. So thank you all. You guys are all amazing. It's going to cut off in just a minute. So I just wanted to share that quick story with you, because I don't know if you all have heard it. Does anybody else have any last things they want to say? Raise your hand, raise a finger, touch your nose. No? Okay.
Head and shoulder, knees and toes. Knees.
Yeah, right.
As soon as you did that.
Can I say hi real quick before we hang up?
Hello. Hi.
All right. All right, you guys, who's ready to go out there and shake up some ketones? Raise a hand. Get excited. Tomorrow's a new day. Who's going to pull a new rank this month? Somebody. Come on. All right, guys, reach out to me, okay? Love you all. I'm ending. Bye-bye.